given award upon Mr. Walker in recognition of his valuable contribution and services to Pakistan. Now I request Office Modi to please come forward and recite some of the words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Khalaqal insana min salsalin kal fakhar. Rabbul mashriqayn wa rabbul maghribayn. Fabi'ayyi ala'i rabbikum.
Good afternoon. Mr. Ronald Thorn, a Dutch national, is the founding director of Nederland Academy of the Netherlands. A position King's College, London. Mr. Thorn regularly lectures at prestigious institutions such as the European Union Diplomatic Academy, the College of Europe in Belgium, the European Academy of Diplomacy in Poland, and the Public Policy Institute in Bulgaria, and has delivered training worldwide and university students. His professional expertise span diplomatic practice, leadership development, intercultural communication, conflict resolution, peace process design, and capacity building. Today, he has trained over 15,000 diplomats from more than 150 countries, including Pakistan. Since 2004, Pakistani junior diplomats have consistently participated in Dutch government-funded investigative programs at the Nederland Academy under his mentorship, culminating in 2025 with the commemoration of 20 years of bilateral cooperation in this field. Mr. Thorn has personally trained more than 270 Pakistani diplomats, nearly half of the Foreign Service of Pakistan, including several serving ambassadors and consul generals both in Pakistan and abroad, and conducted specialized courses, including a tailor-made negotiation program in New York in 2024 for Pakistan's UNSC membership. Beyond training, he has actively promoted institutional linkages between Pakistani and Dutch think tanks, fostering joint research and knowledge exchange. His enduring commitment, vision, and goodwill have made Mr. Ronald Tom a true friend of Pakistan, whose invaluable services have significantly strengthened Pakistan-Netherlands bilateral cooperation. In recognition of his outstanding services in the field of services to Pakistan, the President, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, has been pleased to confer upon Mr. Ronald Tom the award of Sitara-e-Imtiaz. I request you to decorate the award Sitara-e-Imtiaz for Mr. Tom. And I also request the Secretary General to grace the event. Thank you so much.
Well, as I understand it rarely happened that we could have this ceremony here at your embassy here in The Hague, because normally it's done in Islamabad. I understand from Mr. Junaid it was 32 years ago, so that makes my feeling even more special that we stand here today. Yeah, you approached me last year summer, and now we are a month later, and now we are here. And I know how much work you have been doing all those months to make it work and to make it happen, and that we could have this ceremony here. I am really deeply grateful and truly honored that you award me with this Sitara-e-Imtiaz, I'm not sure how I pronounce it correctly, but with this very prestigious award. And to be recognized by your government, but also personally as staff here at the embassy and all the people involved, and for my contributions to the training of Pakistani diplomats and capacity building is a profound honor which I really appreciate. When I look back, indeed, as was said here by the speaker before, the journey started in 2004. And I still remember it almost felt that the time was ripe, that all parties came together, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Embassy Pakistan here, our embassy in Islamabad, and the Klingendahl Institute and the Foreign Service Academy. It felt like sometimes you feel all the pieces fit together. And the ambition was to kick off a program in that those days we still could do 8 weeks instead of the 4 weeks we still have today, to set up a program for junior diplomats. But by discussing it internally in the ministry and with the embassies in the region, quite soon the idea popped up to do it together with Bangladesh. And that's how we kicked off in 2006 with 10 diplomats from Pakistan and 10 diplomats from Bangladesh. And although we called it junior diplomat, it didn't feel like junior diplomats, to be honest. Often selected in a very tough process, having already quite a lot of working experience before. And for me, the eye-opener was also, in those years I visited several times Pakistan and Bangladesh, talking to the diplomats who could be a doctor, could be natural science, engineering, and what do you have? And at that moment, of course, I was also coordinating the younger students from Foreign Affairs, so it was good for me to see other perspectives, how that worked out. And that still sticks with me, that experience among people and how we can work together. Well, as was expressed already, we started by setting up a training program, but quickly it became broader and broader, and that is what motivates me personally as well. We had included at a certain stage also training on how to set up institutions, how to work on capacity building, also within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I don't know how many delegations I welcomed in my office from Pakistan. And the other way as well, that we went to Islamabad. So basically it was a two-way cooperation and communication. And I also found one of the highlights, except that we train yearly your diplomats in The Hague, that we could contribute in our yearly training we always conduct in New York. In October, the third week of October, it's always in my agenda, we prepared a new 5 elected members of the Security Council. And then in 2024, who was there? Pakistan. Because Pakistan got in 2025, and this year you're also in the Security Council. And what immediately struck me is that when we have 5 newly elected members, so we can have 25, 5 of Pakistan, and 2 out of 5, of course, we're alumni of Klingendahl, and we're now being trained here in New York. So what I cherish is indeed not only that you work on curricula, you work on policies and priorities, but also on the relationship together. And especially that openness, that eagerness to work together. I mean, Pakistan and together with Bangladesh, they are among the first countries to give us a call. When is it happening this year that we can send again your diplomats? And I think that says already enough. What also is absolutely vital is that alumni network we worked on. As was already said, I think nowadays it must be more than half of the whole diplomatic service trained in this whole project. But it is already shown that 2 alumni, Junaid is one of them, both are from batch number 2015. By the way, batch number is super important in the diplomatic services. I was already in the back of my mind. But to the Netherlands Klingendahl training, it's batch 2015. That already shows it all. And last year, summer, I was invited to deliver training in Kazakhstan. And our ambassador, Nico Schermers, organized an alumni meeting at his residence. And he said, why don't we invite also Klingendahl alumni, not from Kazakhstan? So he did. And I think we had in total about 15 diplomats posted in Astana, alumni, of which were 3 ambassadors. And one of the 3 was from Pakistan, Mr. Nauman Bhatti, and he was from the 2006 group. So it is so interesting, you fly a lot around the world, and then you get a whole story back, how it was for him in this case, 20 years before, starting his career, being in The Hague, and telling me all the areas in The Hague and how it was to live here for 6 weeks. So today is not for me an endpoint. It is basically part of an ongoing journey, I would say. And I see it as a recognition of many hands, many people involved. We had so many conversations to make this work. And what strikes me indeed from all sides, from the Netherlands side and the Pakistan side, shared commitment that really motivated. So I really, from this place, I would like to send my sincere appreciation to all the trainers and diplomats and institutions on both sides who made this work. And this achievement is not a result of an individual effort, but sustained collaboration and shared commitment. Especially I would like to thank through you, Christian, the Netherlands Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You may know that it's almost my second home after 3 decades of cooperating with you. But I always felt all the time the support to make this cooperation into a success, and supported by Dominique, the director for the cooperation with Pakistan and Bangladesh. Ambassador, I would like to thank you for the personal touch given to organize this meeting. And I always feel that whatever, if something's happening, or we can always pick up the phone Luckily nowadays we just do WhatsApp, and then immediately get a response. Not only if we are training your people in The Hague, but if you are having concerns or if you need your assistance, you're always there. So thank you so much. I would like to thank you all. I really feel blessed, Tahar and Tom and everybody here, Sukar, to be here, to be with me, to celebrating this prestigious award. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Well, it seems that each other, Mr. Christian and Robert, to kindly deliver the thing.
Good afternoon to all of you. Director Hela Speciaal, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Tom, our guest of honor, and well, congratulations. It's more than research, I would say. As you say, the cooperation with us is a very long and deep cooperation in Ministry for Affairs. Your dedication, your service to the training of the country all over the world, specifically now, Pakistan, is well, a good reason to be here, and congratulations also from our side. Thank you for being part of this ceremony, Mr. Ambassador. Because, well, we also would like to recognize the important role Mr. Tom played in our bilateral relations. Well, particularly, I had the honor to be able to visit your country last year for the political consultations, and, well, I have to say I was already impressed by the knowledge and the highly skilled colleagues I met. But at that time I was not completely aware that more than half of them probably was straight. And Mr. Tom, it was clear, and it was, well, it was an honor to work with him, I have to say. And, well, like many Pakistani, Bangladeshi diplomats, also many graduates of trade. And it's, well, also from our work, all our people, they have new working days for training programs for our national Dutch diplomats. And, well, you help to equip generations of skills to listen, to foster understanding, and to also arrive at mutual beneficial agreements, because that's really where diplomacy is all about. And let's be honest, these skills these days are more necessary than ever. If you look to what's happening in the world, you look to the big powers in the Pacific, you look what's happening in the Middle East, what's happening within Europe, we do need diplomatic solutions. Yes, of course, we have to invest in the military, we have to invest in all the preventive efforts, but diplomatic skills are more needed than ever, and I have to value your work, your government, Mr. Shah, to find out a way in the very complex situation these days in the Middle East, and we really value your efforts in trying to get to a ceasefire or any other, hopefully more sustainable solution for this situation. And well, it's important that we empower diplomats, that it's actually worth investing in these skills because the world needs it. So, Ambassador, thank you once again for allowing me here to reflect on the valuable work. Mr. Tom, for all the diplomatic training that you delivered, and through this training for fostering the bilateral relationship between the Netherlands and Pakistan. Thank you so much.
Now, may I request Mr. Shah for his closing remarks? Thank you.
Congratulations, Secretary General, Mr. President, Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, our brother from Bangladesh, dear colleagues, distinguished guests. Thank you for joining us in this ceremony. It's a real occasion for you, for also us, because happens in Islamabad. This year it was held here. The citation that was read out by Shafiq demonstrates the contribution and the appreciation with which we hold in Pakistan. And I would add to that that whoever I spoke to, the young colleagues from the Foreign Office, there was a near unanimous appreciation for the experience at Penguin and that is largely due to your personal contribution and the way the program has been developed over the years to cater to the specific nature of Pakistani Foreign Service batches, that is just appreciated and we deeply as Secretary General, you mentioned the role of diplomacy. I think this is I would say an exponential scope of diplomacy in the current situation, in the geopolitical developments that we are facing. The role diplomats can play in the current crisis and in the future also. Diplomacy remains one of the hopes for a peaceful world. Not only peaceful but also prosperous world. Most of the negotiations on for instance, sustainable development, the discussions on climate, the discussions on peace and security, and trade and commerce, these are handled by diplomats. And the training that they receive is very important, especially in terms of conflict. I would say that one of the features of a common training, when you, for instance, the Bangladeshi diplomats, Pakistani diplomats, Dutch, European, and other, they are trained through a single system or a uniform system, is that they begin to see and analyze issues in a uniform medium. And that can simplify things, help in appreciating the positions, relative positions, and reaching a kind of an agreement or bridging the differences. So I think the value of a common language offering, a common approach, and conflict resolution, for instance, or negotiations or leadership skills is very important. One aspect that we, for instance, we also discussed at Lingendale during my first meeting was about trust and how we can foster that. Things like these are the values that can be imparted through such trainings, and these have been. And I think this is I agree with the Secretary General that the role of diplomacy is more rather than less, because as long as we need to have that human connection, it would be appreciated. And we therefore not only appreciate what we have so far received in terms of cooperation and collaboration with Lingendale, but we would also be interested in further expanding this relationship and the value of it for our common objective is really remarkable. And I think it's a very, very cost-efficient way of doing that also. I would also like to mention here at this point the bilateral relationship that we have. This is one of the, I would say, an important partner for Pakistan. We have very good relations in terms of commerce and trade, investment. Netherlands is an important partner for Pakistan. There are many companies, Dutch companies, more than 50, close to 60 probably around about, who are doing very good business in Pakistan. And there is also a substantive investment also from the Dutch companies in Pakistan. And we would like that to expand further. We would also like to have further expansion in relationship in other fields in sports, for instance, hockey. We are going to host the Hockey World Cup, Pakistan will be there. Cricket, the Dutch are catching up with the cricket fever, so we would like to be of some help in that. And also we could keep in context the increasing interest of Pakistani students in the Netherlands in general for studies because of the quality, because of the cost factors, and also the fact that most of the education that is offered here is in English. So a large number of Pakistani students also consider Netherlands as a destination. So for all those reasons, we hope that there is scope for further expansion of bilateral relations between the two countries in different fields. The leadership remains in touch with each other, and we would hope that these contacts can be further streamlined and can be elevated and we can have more structured dialogue in future. With this, thank you once again, and thank you for the several contributions to strengthening Pakistan-Netherlands relationship. We hope that we can call upon your goodwill and your services in future also, and that these training programs between our for diplomats would be continued, and we can find more room for collaboration in other fields also. Thank you very much. Thank you.